What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video, and it looked like the WNBA media is at it yet again. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. Something that has to be talked about is the WNBA media portray of the Indiana Fever for this 2025 season. Now, we know Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever organization did everything they could to make this year way better than last year. Caitlin Clark been in the gym, putting on muscle, doing everything she can do to rehab herself and make sure she's ready to go for the 2025 season. The front office made sure they brought in veteran players like Sydney Colson, Natasha Howard, Dewana Bonner, and others to come in and be an anchor to this already fascinating young core of basketball players. And I'll be one of the first ones to tell you, bro, it just really hurts me to see the level of disrespect the WNBA media and mainstream media portray of this young basketball team. I don't know what the issue is with Caitlin Clark and the Fever, but every day and every couple days, it's hit piece after hit piece after hit piece to come out on this basketball team. I mean, at this point, they're definitely doing it for clicks, man. It's just crazy, dog, that we got to go through this time after time again. And quite frankly, it's just distasteful to Caitlin Clark and pretty much the WNBA. I thought the media was here to help grow the sport, but in all actuality, it's looking like it's hurting the sport more than anything. Now, I did talk about this in last video. Let's pull up the article right now. What's this article of the WNBA media doing what they do? We all know what they do. They always hating on Caitlin in the game. Let's pull up the article right now, bruh. So this is the article here. Let me get it blown up for you guys. It says WNBA rankings show Caitlin Clark Fever still have a long way to go. A long way to go. Did you not see their starting lineup? Do you not know who's on this team? What the hell you mean a long way to go? As the preseason approaches and the roster starts to take shape, here is an early set at WNBA Power Rankings. Now, this article came out about 7 hours ago, bruh. I found this to be kind of weird, man. So they saying that New York Liberty remains number one. They got the Minnesota Lynx is number 2. Las Vegas Aces is number 3. Phoenix Mercury is number 4. Damn. Indiana Fever is number 6. Number 6. The Indiana Fever left Caitlin Clark rookie season with the blueprint of how to proceed in order to capitalize on their star. They added experience in Dewana Bonner and Natasha Howard, along with re-signing Kelsey Mitchell. The remaining core of last year's team in Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston and Lexi Hall will now have mentorship in these talented players. The big upgraded through the season was hiring Stephanie White as its head coach. Expect the Fever to continue to put the pieces together this season, inching closer to their full potential as a full team leading Caitlin Clark. What the Shrekky, bro? What y'all mean? Now, this is the nonsense that we got to deal with, bro. This is the nonsense that we have to deal with, bro. I cannot make this up. When you're dealing with people like this in the media, now this is my first time ever coming across this site here, but I'm telling you right now, this is disrespectful on so many levels for Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever to be ranked as number 6. They definitely deserve to be in the top 3. Like, how the hell is Phoenix over them? Like, is this an old article? Like, what the Shrekky? Somebody said while the previous team stayed the same over the season, the Phoenix Mercury experienced a complete roster overhaul. Diana Taurasi announced her retirement. Brittany Griner moved to Atlanta. Free agent start. The Mercury then added Alyssa Thomas, Satu Sabali, Kalina Copier, and Samara White. Kalina Copier is the only remaining member of last season. Now, what's crazy about all of this is that they got Aces as number 3. It says, while the Las Vegas Aces missed their chance at the 3-peat, they are still in the top tier. How the hell are they lost everybody, bro? Everybody left. Like literally everybody left. How the hell are they still a top tier team of the WNBA fighting for the title? Another team that kept most of its core. How you figure the biggest change in their roster was to trade Kelsey Plum for Joel Lloyd. Lloyd did not have the greatest season in Seattle exactly last year, but the Olympic and world champion is skill beyond measure and will benefit a change in scrutiny with Asia Wilson record breaking season last year and her ability to continue unlocking new parts of Las Vegas. Bro, this article is ridiculous. That's what I be talking about, man. None but hate coming out the WNBA media for as always. None but disrespect. But I want to know you guys' thoughts down in the comments section. USC for that game. Let's check out what you got to say.
When Caitlin came back for her jersey ceremony, and what the freshmen thought, because the other ones had played with her
Right.
except for Lucy,
Right.
and then also USC sitting on the bench during that ceremony was one of the classiest things I've
Right.
ever seen, and it really, I think Lindsay Gottlieb is a
Yeah.
rock star in this profession, as is
Yeah.
Juju Watkins, but I guess just kind of that day from the
Yeah.
perspective.
Let me pause it real quick. Now, I would say this. Lindsey Gatlin did make sure her team stayed. And not only was her team there, Juju Watkins' parents stayed during the entire jersey ceremony because I had the pleasure of speaking to Juju Watkins' mother at the conclusion of that game, and she had positive things to say about Kayla Clark and the way the jersey ceremony went down. If you guys have not seen that video, go check it out. Yes, it wasn't just the USC basketball team there. Fans stayed, USC parents stayed to show their love and respect to Caitlin. Let's get back to the footage.
Well, it was fun. Caitlin, we keep in touch, obviously, and text each other when you see something fun or something great happens or just need some encouragement both ways. I think Kate and Caitlin, Megan Gustafson, I mean, they still text me all the time. Usually when the chips are down, right? That's when they're like, hey, you got this. It's just such a beautiful thing about the player coach relationship is when they're living it with you. But before that game, about 10 days before, Caitlin says, hey, you want me to practice? And I said, don't tease me, haha. She's like, no, for real. She's like, it'll help me.
So, wow. So, what Jan Jensen is saying is that Caitlin sent her a text message. Hey, do you want me to practice with y'all? And what's crazy about all this, Jan thought she was playing. Gonna find out Caitlyn was serious as a heart attack, bro. She wanted to make sure they won that game, dog. This is major. And this speaks the character of Caitlyn. See, that's something that don't get talked about enough. It's the character of CC, bro. See, Caitlyn Clark's character is what propels her into the stratosphere of greatness. Is the way she go about things, the way she made sure that our team was going to be ready to go. And I'm telling you, she's going to put the same recipe into this WNBA team, the Indiana Fever, this upcoming year. She's going to make sure she does everything in their power to make sure they are ready to go, dog. Let's get back to the footage.
Me, get in shape. And she's like, I could be Juju. I said, heck yeah. They changed the rule a few years ago. Your alumni could not practice before. But then they changed it. So when they come back, they can come in the game. So I didn't tell our players until the day before. And I said, oh, by the way, tomorrow we're going to have an extra practice player, and it's going to be Caitlin. And they're like,
So what's crazy is that the players didn't even know Caitlyn was coming. But Jan Jensen held that back from the. Now that is crazy. And what's even more crazy is that alumni players couldn't even practice with their team. That is weird. I never knew that like that was a rule, but I guess the NCAA might have lifted that rule. Imagine what teams are going to do now after hearing Jan say this. Like, especially, and not just in basketball. Could you imagine this going down in football, all sports? Like, they're players that goes on to become professional athletes actually come back to their alumni school, come back and represent the opposing team best player. Bro, that's legendary in itself. Could you imagine, you know what I'm saying? Other players doing this and other schools doing this.
what? Looking, and then they're trying to be kind of cool. Um, but they loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, during the practice, they were. really, cool. And, Caitlin was stroking it from 40 and, just doing amazing things. And it was fun for all of us. I invited Lisa and Jenny to come back, Lisa Booter and Jenny Fitzgerald, to come to the practice. They never really come to practice. And we had some recruits in town, right? But there were different things that everybody had to stop what Caitlin did.
Yeah.
And, she did make she did do juju pretty well, but no one's Caitlin, right?
Yeah.
But it was really fun for Lucy Olson. Lucy told me afterwards, she's like, that was awesome. She's like, I was so nervous, but it was so awesome. So you forget, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Caitlin is Caitlin, and it resonates. So that was really great.
So that was so great, guys, for Jan Jensen to actually tell us that story there. Because I know a lot of people did not know it before this footage came out. And I'm pretty sure nobody probably knew it before this footage came out. Now let's check out some of the comments. One person said, and the practice no doubt contributed to Iowa beating USC, because if they was nervous just playing against Caitlin, let alone trying to stop her, slow her down, Juju would have been so much easier having gone against Caitlin. Great clip. Yes, bro. Imagine, because Caitlin's better than Juju. So Caitlin going out there pretending to be Juju played a pivotal role. It's almost like the Iowa women's basketball team was designed to beat USC, bro. Somebody said Caitlin always helping out others. She's us Iowa first and foremost. Somebody else said, that's cool. How did the story even come out before this episode aired? I guess everybody kept it a secret. Somebody said, we need those practice clips leaked. We definitely do. Somebody said, please leak those practice clips. But guys, that was legendary in itself, that Caitlin actually went up there and practiced with them young ladies to be Juju. But get down in the comment section right now. Let me know your thoughts about this. Keep them bells on, because you know what? I'm going to bring you the news. And until next time, shake the haters off. I'm out of here, baby. Peace out.